Hi everyone, Remember here. So today I'm going to be running through Elite with Tron. I'm currently the trophy leader. Thanks to Tron. Tron is still very, very stupid, and it's a very powerful archetype. And I'll be 100% honest, like, it's made me not really want to play the format anymore, because there's nothing better than Tron. And I feel that by playing anything that's not Tron, even things that I enjoy, I'm not going to win as much. And there's no point in playing anything else that's not Tron, because you'll win the most with Tron. And I don't really like that. I don't like it when it is that absurdly powerful that it sort of disincentivizes you to play anything else. And I think with the addition of Bonder's Ornament and Driving Isles and things like that, it's just made Tron that much better. So, I'll talk about the list real quick, and then we'll just hop into Elite. So, basically, for those who are unaware, the idea behind Tron is you use Ursa's Tower, Ursa's Power Plant, and Ursa's Mine, and you try to get all three of them in play. Then you basically have 3 lands that tap a combined total of 7 mana. One of the cards that was banned because of Tron's dominance was Expedition Map. I thought this was a pretty stupid ban because it's very replaceable with Crop Rotation, and there aren't going to be spots where Crop Rotation is legitimately better than Expedition Map in every which way. That's not to say it's always better than Expedition Map, but there's a number of spots where it is, so you're not really losing anything, you're just sort of making a trade-off. Really been liking Crop Rotation. To help facilitate casting Crop Rotation on time, because it is a green spell and we need to have early green sources, I'm playing 3 Thornwood Falls, 4 Thriving Isle, which I named green, but it can also just name white, or red, or black, any color you need. And then I'm playing 2 basic islands, there's Snow Hermit of course, and then 1 Bijou Ball to tune up the Crop Rotation as sort of my utility land of choice. Fort Bonder's Ornament, this card is bananas, it's really stupid in Tron, and it's made Tron sort of a powerhouse. 4% of Prism is why not. For my thought of choice, I'm playing 4 Moment Piece over, like, say, 4 Stonehorn. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm leaning very heavily on green mana due to Crop Rotation. I want to be able to make sure I can cast my falls as well, because sometimes you'll play Thornwood Falls, or you'll play Thriving Isle, name it green, for Crop Rotation, and you don't want to have a sort of a conflict where you have to, like, pick a color with Thriving Isle, and you have to pick between, like, green and white. Really, you just want it to be green, and you're fine either way. So that's why I prefer 4 Moment Piece. Also, one of the things I really like about Moment Piece is that it's basically double time walk in certain decks, which is really nice. And it costs 2 mana, whereas this costs 4, and sometimes the fact that this costs 2 is a really big deal because it lets you, like, evoke a Moldifer and play Moment Piece in the same turn, or Impulse and play Moment Piece in the same turn, so I like that. I'm playing for Impulse. I know some people have hated this card. I'm actually a big fan of it. I really like what it does for the deck. You get to see a lot of cards very quickly. It's another great 2-minute play, in addition to Prophetic Prism, and it helps assemble Tron very quickly. I like it much more than Preordain. For the rest of it, 2 Teachings, 2 Prohibit, 2 Flicker, 1 Pulse Marassa, 1 Ephemerate, pretty straightforward, 1 Compulsive Research, and then I played 1 Rolling Thunder as sort of a finisher. I'm not playing in Roma Horror because, quite frankly, I just really have not felt the need for that card. That's not to say Rolling Thunder, or in Roma Horror is a bad card or anything, I've just been having success with Rolling Thunder. 3 Demonic Wall, 2 Stonehorn, and 4 Moldifer, pretty straightforward. And for the sideboard, I have 4 Hydroblast, 4 Pyroblast, 3 Cast It Down for Walls, and various other problematic creatures, 8 Rush for Relic, then we have Weather the Storm for Burn, and also just some of the Delver decks when you don't want to have Moment Piece. Real Shaman for Affinity, and Faintly Marauder for Affinity. I cut some of my Battle's Hate, and I'm not playing Ultimate Suppression in the sideboard. I feel like the metagame is not inbred enough yet, where there's Tron everywhere, but I do expect it to get to that point. I think when Tron is very popular, you should just start playing Ultimate Suppression in the sideboard, because the Tron mirror is very stupid, and I find that it's about trying to cheese the opponent, and less so about trying to outplay them, because sometimes you just get unlucky and don't find Tron, and your opponent finds it on turn 3, and then it just doesn't matter what you do, especially if they have something to capitalize with it, like a Demonic Wall, or molded into ephemerate or something. So, I think if you can just seize it with a crusher, you're in better shape. But now that we've passed it down, that might be less of a viable option. So, something to keep in mind. But that's my list. I'm gonna hop into Elite. We're gonna play some games. I don't really care what my record is at this point. I just want to show how I play Tron. And we'll see what happens. So, if I air 05, if I air 5-0, it doesn't really matter. Anything in between, I could air less. Let's just play some Tron, get the gameplay out there, and get it over with, I guess. So I'll see you guys for match 1. Alright, so we're back. We're here for match 1, and we are on the play. So let's see what our hand has to offer. I'm a fan of this hand. Obviously it doesn't have turn 3 Tron, it's close to it, but I tend to like to keep hands where I have a couple Tron lands, prisms, and like something to do. Obviously it really depends on what my opponent's on. I could get punished pretty severely for a hand like this, but it has close to Tron mana, so I'm inclined to keep it. Quite frankly, when it comes to Tron, my rules for keeps are pretty low, in certain instances. Like, I've had 3 land hands, or not 3 land hands, 3 hard hands where I mulled to 3, where it was literally power plant, tower, and prism, and I was able to win the game. Hands like that, where you're extremely close to Tron, are hands where I'm typically okay, keeping them, or, you know, playing with those types of hands, because you can just heal couple good cards, and then you automatically just have won the game or taken over the game, something like that. So, we'll set what the Explorer's Monarch. It can also be the, see, that card's really stupid. This is also, I want to make it very clear, this is why Crop Rotation is better than Expedition Map. If I drew Expedition Map here, I would not get to have Tron, by turn 3, because I'd have to play Expedition Map now, and then the following turn I'd have to tap these 2 lands in order to get my power plant or my mine in play, and then I'd be able to like maybe play Prism, but then I'd be tapped out. Here with Crop Rotation, what I get to do is play a tower, tap this for Prism, Crop Rotation away the tower, play Prism, and if I draw like a Bonder's Ornament or something obnoxious, I can play that as well. So now I have access to more mana, and I'm doing dumber things. So watch this. So what I get to do here is, I don't think it matters if I play this first, actually. I'm just going to Crop Rotation away the tower. I'm going to get a mine, then I'm going to play another tower. And now, like, I draw a Molnifter, for example, like, I'm in business, right? So you can kind of see how that is way better than Expedition Map, and, just, I just think it's absurd that they thought banning map would hurt Tron when we have a better option. So I'm gonna not be assets in here because I can teachings on the end step. I for some reason was not considering that, but that is totally an option here. So what I'm hoping will happen is a tap low for something. Not like that, but tap out for some creatures, and then I can just Rolling Thunder away the board. That would be a very good spot for me. So they are the Jeskai affinity list. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's a little clunky at times. So here I'm going to teachings, and I think the target is Ghostly Flicker, perhaps? I don't know, I kind of like getting Flicker because it's basically a draw 2. Yeah, so now I can play Bonder's Ornament. And then I can Ghostly Flicker. I'll go to 11, but it can't burn me out here, I don't think. Draw 1, we'll draw 2, and trying to think here. If they have triple Galvanic Blast, we do lose, but quite frankly, I don't think I should play around that. Not to mention, I can still beat that, I think. Because what I can do is I can, crop into... Oh, actually, no. I guess I cannot beat that. So if they do have triple Galvanic Blast, then so be it, but... I mean, look, if they had that, then whatever. I guess you win. I'm not really stressing about that right now. Alright, there's the Mirror Enforcer, yep. They're gonna name, hopefully not Red. Island, alright, so they're probably gonna play a Thoughtcast or a One Mind, yep. Yeah, This card was interesting. I remember going around with it when it first came out, but it's been quite lackluster in my opinion. I'm gonna just draw it hard now. I'm not really stressing. So now the question becomes, yeah, I want to play that so I can deal 1, 2. Yeah, Rolling Thunder. I could really try and kill their ATOG. But I don't know if that's really something I have to do. So, what if I just, if I impulse and miss, I'm not in great shape. But I want to try it anyways. Just out of curiosity's sake. Okay, we hit a moment's peace, so that's fine with me. Yes, I'm fine with that. If they have a fling, then I'm dead, I guess, but whatever. I haven't really been stressing that too much right now. I'm not going to EOT Ornament, so then I just die to fling. So, I would rather not open myself up to that just yet, and make them think I might have something. Okay, they're gonna practically, which is a good sign for me, because they're doing that on their main phase. So they probably have nothing going on right now. Yep, alright, I'm gonna play that. And I'm still not going to tap out the Ornament. I really just don't want to have them get me with anything like that. So now I think the line is Flashback Teachings, or Teachings, play mine, pass the turn, and I'm going to pause on their upkeep because I don't want them to draw a Dispel. Or rather, I would like to reduce the opportunity for that to occur. So, and a 1-2, pass this, and we're good to go. So now our goal is to just not. Yeah, okay, this is fine. We're going to probably bounce a Raymond and Spectre. Yeah, so as I was saying, our goal is just to not lose. That's the thing about Tron, is your goal is to just make it so that anything your opponent does is irrelevant. It doesn't have any bearing on the outcome of the match. So Navigator's Compass is sort of whatever. I'm not really concerned about that right now. So they've been holding up 2 mana a lot, so it makes me think they have a fling. So, do I Impulse or Teachings? I like doing Impulse right now, because it gives me more information about what I'd have to Teachings for. Prohibit. I like that. That's a great draw. I'm very happy about that. Now I can play an Ornament. Right, gives me more colored mana. And then I'll Teachings for a Moment's Peace. And then play Moment's Peace with Prohibit backup. Alright, so now I think I'll Teachings now just because get that Moment's Peace. And place on Moment's Peace. Alright, cool. And now I have Prohibit backup as well. So they have to have Fling plus Dispel to get me, which I'm less worried about. Once again, we're not an Ornament just yet. I'm going to play Thriving Isle, naming white, and I'm going to draw a card right now, just in case I draw something I want to play on my main phase, like another Ornament. And then we'll pass, we will go Moment's Peace on their upkeep again, and like you can see, this is all Tron is really about, it's just not losing. We do have to find a Stonehorn or something like that at some point, but right now I'm not really stressing it. If they have a fling, so I'm actually just gonna draw a card here because I can still have Prohibit up. And if they want to overfling, then I wasn't going to meet that anyways, quite frankly. So them not going for fling there makes me feel like they have nothing. Okay, I'm gonna just earn a land. Ball is really bad in the matchup. I'm going to play a power plant. Going to flashback my teachings for another moment's peace. Then I'm going to emote a Moldifer. I don't care if it dies. Okay, that's really good. I'm not going to ephemerate because I don't want to tap out too much. And I'm going to discard crop rotation at this point. Now I'm going to moment's peace. And at this point, I'm going to try and bait them with Moldifer ephemerate so they can outblast my Moldifer. I do think I want that to occur, and the reason is because I don't want them to build a triple outblast and just burn me out. I guess that's a reason to have crop rotation, because I can crop up a Thornwort and deal to 13. So that might have been a mistake to discard the crop rotation, but I do have Prohibit, so, you know, not really stressed in that regard. This is also why I really like Moment Space, because one, I can just chain them like I've been doing, and it's basically a double fall. It's a double time warp, basically. It's like a 5-mana time warp that you can spread over multiple turns, and just be really, really excited about it. I'm gonna get back my Molder for now, because this gets me out of range of Outblast, which is really, really nice. Okay, they're gonna Outblast for 1 here. Outblast for 2, alright. Yeah, so this is the triple Outlast that I was somewhat afraid of. Uh-huh. This was a mistake. I should have molded for an ephemerate, because now I'm opening myself up to flame. There's something to keep in mind. Actually, no. What we do is we emote. We emote and then we ephemerate. Okay, great. Now, I can play you. Then I can go 1, 2, 3, play the Monet Wall. Yep, that a moment. Oh shit, I meant to get that prohibit. My bad. Well, that was a punt. Let's just hope they don't have anything here. I meant to get that prohibit. I misclicked on that one pretty badly, I might add. But hopefully they don't fling me here. That was a pun. I meant to get that prohibit, because now I'm just gonna fling. Although, maybe them thinking I didn't get that prohibit makes them think, oh, hey, he has another prohibit. But that was definitely a mistake. I'll be 100% honest, I meant to get that prohibit. Because I already have enough thoughts in hand, so that was a misclick. That was a pretty big mistake. Thankfully, they didn't go for it, so maybe they thought, like, oh, hey, he definitely has another prohibit. Or they just don't have fling, like, haven't really been doing much with that this entire game. Alright, so I'm going to hold it for here, and I have to hold up ephemerate at this point, I think. Until I get, like, a flicker or something like that. Then I'll go play another Moldifer. And... okay, there's an impulse. I'm okay with that. Then I will discard, I guess, the mine. I don't really need it at this point. I'm trying to just not die to fling, is the thing, so... if I can do that, I'll be in good shape. But yeah, I wish I had Prohibit in hand right about now, because that would make not dying to flame very easy. Another thing I'd like to note is, like, I'm not really a fan of, like, this particular version, because I don't think it's worth, losing, better creatures to have more thought cast effects. Another 8 thought, that is fine. Don't really care too much about that. Alright, I'm going to Impulse now. We found another Stonehorn, but I think I prefer a Moldifer at this stage. We're going to play a Sun Moldifer. Prohibit, there it is. Great, great news. Very happy to see that. Prohibit was a very good draw. And now I'm going to, if I attack, it can double block. That's not really useful, is it? Alright. I'll just not attack then. We'll fall on their upkeep. And then I'm just waiting to draw a flicker at this point is the thing. Like, all I really need is a flicker, and then the game should be over. It's also just rolling thunder them. So, my fear is they have Dispel, plus Sling, and I need to be able to deal with that. So, if I draw a card here, I have enough mana to deal with that, so I'm okay. Impulse, great. Alright, cool. So they're not doing anything. There's my flicker, that's what I've been looking for. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Flicker these two. Buy myself some time. Now, here I'm going to get that, prohibit. Alright, always yield. Always yield. And now, if they want to go for it, they're still going to lose. So, now what I'll do is I will ephemerate my demonic wall, and if they try and, I don't know, outblast plus, sling or something, it's not going to work. Now I can get back my flicker, so now I have double prohibit up. And at this point, I'm willing to just throw my Moldicus under the bus, because I just want to get them low enough such that I can Rolling Thunder them, for lethal. So, we should have enough next turn, right? This is like a ton of mana. This is 21 right here. So, yeah, we're like 1 or 2 cards away. I'm gonna Impulse for another Flicker. I should find it. I have like 8 cards in my deck, so... Oh yeah, I had another demonic wall, that's fair. Yeah, I've only seen one wall. That is true. But, this is the kind of annoying part about Tron. It's like, they've been dead for a million turns. And I can show them, like, hey, you're locked out, you can't actually win anymore. But, they're gonna keep going, like, you can't fault them for doing that. It's just extremely unenjoyable, I'd argue. It's not really something that I think most people are interested in. I'm gonna just start eating back some Tron lands now. Then I will ephemerate my Stonehorn. And, you should have them dead the following turn, so. Because now I think I have enough mana to, do everything that I need to do. Which is nice. I guess I should have played another Demonic Ball and just pulse back, like, I don't know, another land perhaps. That was a bit of a mistake on my part, I should. I'm going to just flicker right now and get back the other flicker. So that way, I don't know, they have flame plus double dispel, I can beat that, so. Then I will get back my pulse. And this is why I like Rolling Thunder, because it makes like healing people like really quick. Whereas if I did Robohorror, I'd have to like bounce their entire board. It'd be very annoying, very cumbersome, and just quite frankly unenjoyable. Whereas with this, I can more or less just be like, alright, you're dead now. And that's it. So that to me is much more preferable. I don't really care about this, they can have it. Yep, whatever, set it to a target, that's fine. And this really is to show how important Ornament has been for an Athlete Tron. It gives you so many more color choices, it's just absurd. It's just insane. So let's assume they have, it's a reasonable to play it around Flame Double Dispel, like, I don't even know at this point. I have 1, 2, 3, 26. Alright, that's more than enough then. I'll hit you for 25. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can prohibit, ephemerate, prohibit. So they're dead. And now they're gonna flame me, right? They were like very cautious about it. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the particular. If they had it earlier, they should have jammed it. If when you just let me lock you out, it's not really a good thing. Alright, so we're gonna do this. I wish I could just like throw my hand on the table, like, be like, yep, you're dead. I'm gonna always yield to the ATOG at this point. It's just eating up my plot. Yep, yep, yep. I know this is very boring. Like, I'm sorry you have to sit through this, but I don't know. It's Tron. That's the format. Man, you know I had one of this form in hand. Be kinda hilarious. Putting on power, right, you have it. I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead. Throw it at my face. Okay. I think that's all they can do, so I'm ready. Alright, 1, 2. Nope. We're gonna dispel. I'm gonna let that happen. So I don't want to eat in a weird spot. I'll say no thank you. And they're dead. Alright, wow. So yeah, just to be clear, I was planning on double dispel there. Alright, Favorite Marauder is great. Gorilla Shaman is great. Ancient Rod is, I guess, okay. I don't know actually, I'm not really a fan of it. I guess I like Impulsive. And I guess I can cut, some amount of prohibits for some amount of Hydroblast. I don't know actually. I don't know. We have to take out 3 more cards. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I guess I could take out like 1 impulse, just like a shame. And, take out maybe. No, I guess I want 1 prohibit. Hmm. Ball it doesn't do anything. I don't know, maybe the land is always a threat, but I think it's fine. I don't mind going to 60. Not a big deal. Alright, this hand is Tron, so I'm inclined to keep it. Like, that's one of my standard for most Tron hands, is like, can I get Tron? Or can I get close to it? And if I can, I just hope to draw well. It's just like, alright, can I do it? Like, can I draw what I need? If so, I probably win. It's just Tron is so stupid. So. Alright, Hydro Blast is nice. So they have an ATOG, I can just get it. Yeah, no, this hand's gonna be great. Especially if they're missing land drops or missing plays. Alright, Thought Cast. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. Arguably the best card in Affinity. Group Icon. But I'm not gonna do anything because I don't really have any incentive to. And the best part about Ornament and what makes it really messed up in Tron is if your opponent doesn't do anything, you can just draw it hard. Like if they don't do anything you care about, you can just be like, alright, sweet, draw it hard. And it's just really bad for them. Because you're slowly getting ahead while they're not. gonna name green here. I think that's the correct line, 100%. I'm not gonna impulse here just yet. I would rather just honor tournament. And we'll worry about impulse and stuff later. Yep, thought gas, fine. The only card I really care about in the matchup is Atoll and Flint. Everything else is pretty negligible, I would argue. One thing is, because I'm really shaman now, I can just start eating up all their lands, which is like really nice. I might be incentivized to impulse actually on the end step here. It's kind of close. Because if I do get impulse, I just eat all of their lands, which is really good for me. Or excuse me, I think I misspelled it. If I find it really shaman up the impulse, I just eat up all their lands. It's awesome for me. I have Mnemonic Walls, but I would rather take the Prism. As weird as it sounds, Mnemonic Wall's not doing anything right now. Whereas Prism is giving me more color mana, and it's helping Flicker become at least a slight ult card. I'll take the Thornwood Falls, and I'll pass the turn. Yeah, I do think, it's close. Like, the Impulse, you could make the argument that it was a little too early, but I don't know. It seems like they're not doing anything. I just want to try and find something stupid and just win the game so I can go to the next match, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can still throw this match and be, you know, and punch it away, but, yeah, we're gonna take 4 here out of 14, it looks like. Yeah, I'm not super worried. I'll probably just let them hit me for 4, and then next turn is when I start moment spacing. You have to play around like Blast and stuff like that. I do think my opponent is playing somewhat a little too scared at times. That was a really good draw. That was a really good draw. I'm gonna just jam it. I don't care if they Pirate Blast it. I'll say if I'm right, if that meet you and stuff later on. 18s. That's a pretty good one. I don't think I won in Rush. No, I did not. So I'll just discard the Ursa's Mine, and then I'll just Moment Piece. So at this point I'm just taking 8 damage. I know Moment Piece, and that's a little too close for comfort. The other reason why I want to discard Mine is it turns on Pulse if I ever need to do that. I think is somewhat important. So they're going to attack here. I'm going to Moment Piece, and then I will probably just Ornament. Right. Oh, that's actually really bad for them, isn't it? I can just flip it like this. And then they need to have, like, 2 counter spells to really blow me out here? Wait, I guess it's possible, but not particularly likely. Alright, I'm going to, prohibit there. Yeah, alright, cool. And now I have Hydro Blast up, which is nice. But they flash back, which I suspect they're going to do. I can just Hydro Blast it and be alright. Mnemonic Wall, sweet. Yeah, Mnemonic Wall will win this game on the spot. Assuming it lives. Well, they're gonna flash this back now, I assume, right? Because they don't want me to draw it hard. And then I'll just be like, nope, good games, let me draw my card. And I do a Stonehorn, which is like even better. So now I can go 1, 2, filter for white, play a Stonehorn. Always yield. 1, 2, whoops, I am going to overpay a little bit here, which is somewhat unfortunate. I think I'll get a Hydro Blast. Then I will, whoops. Hit up a Prohibit. Naming white. And pass the turn. This is a little greedy, because I guess it does want me up to Aesop plus Flame plus Dispel, but like, the odds of that are quite low. Not to mention they didn't seem on it stuff last turn, so I have to assume they have nothing. They don't have anything. Because they're hard testing that. It's not a good sign for them. Like, they're paying the full amount. Yeah, now I'm gonna get my ephemerate off. I double counterspell at the ready. It's looking really bad for them. Looking really bad for them. I'm just gonna hide a blast this right now. Yeah. That could have been bait, but their hand would have had to been the literal perfect, so I don't think it's reasonable to play around that, given the circumstances. Alright, I'm going to exile you, pick up my flicker, and I will flicker these two, pick up my flicker, and then I will get that a mine. Gonna crack it, yep, sure. This way I'm just like, I have more mana, and I'm in a better spot, so... I'm not gonna ornament on the end step here because I want to have prohibit with flicker up. And then I'm going to eat that ephemerate and just start doing my thing, pretty much. Oh yeah. Okay, so here they're going to Ilmonic Blast me. Oh. I'm not gonna let that happen, that's for sure. I'll just go like this. Alright. Yeah, this is great for me. Gorilla Shaman, yes please. Very happy with that. Yeah, so they're in really bad shape now. That Outblast was like pretty aggressive, in my opinion. But this aim's over now. I'm gonna just Gorilla Shaman, eat their entire board, and then just win. I'll go on the Stonehorn. And now I'm just gonna Gorilla Shaman. And eat that one. Eat that one. All your lands are mine. That one. Eat that one. Yep, okay, the game's over. Yeah, so I just destroy all their lands, then I eat their prisms, then I eat their compass, and they have no colored mana, and then these lose their metal craft, and then, yeah, they're in pretty bad shape from there. Then I basically eat out like Faint Marauder and just start bashing eventually. And because I have Ephemerate going, I can just keep impulsing through my entire deck until I find Faint Marauder and they're just dead. So, I don't know, yeah, that was fun. The funny part, by the way, is I got turn 3 Tron both games. Both games. Both games. So, remember, losing map was supposed to hurt the consistency of Tron. So, I don't know, I just thought that was funny. Alright, see you in match 2. Alright, we're back for the second match. Yeah, this hand's heat, turn 3 Tron. We don't have any colored sources, so that could be an argument against this type of hand. Okay, this could be elves or walls. If it's walls, it's a really bad matchup, and I expect to lose at game 1. It's not impossible to lose game 1, or I guess to win game 1, you can always win it. It's just very unlikely. I don't consider walls to be like a matchup in Tron that I'm like happy to see, but there are some games where you just win if they whiff. Well, they have the nut draw, so there's really nothing you can do. Alright, it's elves, which is more manageable. Elves is tricky though, because they do have cards like Distant Melody, and I'm not really playing many sweepers, but, quite frankly, I'm not too worried. The question here is, do I want to crop rotation away a land on my turn 3, so I can have turn 3 Tron? I think the answer to that is no, and the reason is because having more colored sources is really important, especially in a matchup like Elves. One of the bottlenecks that Tron has, is colored mana. And while that's typically pretty difficult to have occur, given the current circumstances that Tron has, you know, with ornament and drop and all that, you still want to try to avoid it, if possible. So here, like, Moldifer's not a bad card, but Impulse gives me more options. So, because we're still in the early game, I prefer having more options, if that makes any sense. So now I'm going to play Ornament and just pass the turn. And then next turn we can Impulse and try and figure out what we have to do from there. Well-Wish is an annoying card because it does mean I have to win through Impulsive Research, but quite frankly I don't really care that much. Like, it's just very cumbersome, but it's not that big of a deal. That's the one thing about elves that I quite dislike, is that winning games is very cumbersome. It's not very interesting, and it's not like, you know, they're not wrong for making you do it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, this wasn't really fun for anyone involved. Like, I know some people hate this idea, like, haha, I'm punishing the Tron player, but you're also just wasting your own time. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I've heard that statement before, but I don't know. I just think it's silly. Is this a Vines? Wow, I would argue that was a mistake. Well, maybe not, but I don't know if I agree with it entirely. I'm gonna play my tower now, and then I'm going to impulse, looking for anything here. Okay, there's a moment piece. I quite like that. Alright, so now I'm thinking. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't have another Vines that could heal us. So yeah, so my thought process was I might play wall to get back an impulse, and then I block. I'm losing the wall, which is a pretty big deal. I would like to not have that occur if possible. So yeah, I'm gonna heal moment piece here. And then we'll go from there. This is also one of the reasons why I really like having 4 moment pieces, because one, I can get this map with an Mnemonic Wall, and now I have 2 more turns, and each of those turns I'm drawing multiple cards with Ornament. And, okay, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna play this. The reason why I'm playing a tower and not like a thriving land is because I want to force them to present lethal. Now, there is a risk, which is that they could have a longbow, and that could speed up the clock tremendously. But, at the same time, I feel like drawing it hard is worth it, because the more time you give them, the more likely it is to just explode and kill you. So, I would prefer to just draw it hard and risk them having a longbow. Like, I can't stop it anyways, so, if it gets down, it gets down. But right now, it doesn't seem like they have a lot going on, so I would like to just try and start drawing cards and, uh, stabilizing before, they just get something online to kill me. So, the amount it was great. So, now I'm going to play this. We're still going to name green, and I'm going to pass. Yeah. Well, they're going to attack with all I assume. There's no reason to hold this back, in my opinion. They're just attacking for just enough. Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing here, so my plans are pretty much set in stone. Yep. Alright. So now I think I'm going to play a... actually I put it on this on my main phase, I think. I don't know, it's just... Oh. Alright, so that's American draw. Now I would argue the game is 100% over. They're not going to win this. So, now it's just about, finishing the game, and we can't lose anymore. Because, teachings will get prohibit, and then I will get to, mnemonic will get back teachings and just start going crazy. So, yeah, they're dead. Like, I want to just flip my hand on the table and say you cannot win anymore. Like, I have this game locked up. But you cannot do that. And just because I can do that doesn't mean they wouldn't see it. They'd be like, alright, well, heal me. And they have every right to do so, but it's just very unfun. Like, I know people say, like, oh, well, you signed up to play Tron, like, deal with it, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where I don't find the gameplay to be that particularly thrilling or interesting, really. So, yeah, Ephemerate was a great draw. That's also why I like to draw before teachings, because sometimes you draw, like, a target you weren't going to look for. And then, yeah, it's all good. Alright, Prism was a fantastic draw. Okay, they're done here. Alright, see, I respect that. Like, they knew it was over. Like, the moment I got, prohibit, like, yeah, it was over. So they have vines or something, it's not gonna get down, like, yeah. Alright, I respect their concession. In terms of sideboarding, I do like to have the prohibits. I like to shame an impulse. Both of you need it, just because sometimes, like, weird stuff will happen. I do like an ancient grudge. and I'm not really sure what else to hunt. I guess one prohibit is fine, and I'll just go to 61. I could aim at cast down, but I kind of like having 3 of them. This art's been very good. I used to play Doomblade, but the fact that cast down can kill problematic black creatures has been actually really important. I've been able to kill Irmite Angler, I've been able to kill Shepherd of Rot, Ultimate Game Shinobi. Like, it's just been an all-around very good card in killing black creatures, so I like it quite a bit. So this hand is pretty lackluster, because it doesn't do anything. So finally we don't have like the turn 3 Tron. We only got a 3 in a row. It has to stop at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna mull it in. I think I can do better than this. Yeah, I like this hand. This hand's actually very good. Sure, it doesn't have anything close to Tron, but it has a little bit of a disruption, a little bit of time. I'm gonna bottom the Ephemerate. It does hurt to bottom Ephemerate, but I don't think anything else is really bottom worthy compared to Ephemerate. I think Ephemerate is the least critical card in that hand. Everything else though is like very important, like being able to remote a drifter or hard cast it, to have a blocker. I just think that's really important. So we're gonna probably cast down on turn 3. It just depends on what they play. Turn 2 is pretty set in stone. We're just gonna play Prism and pass. But okay. Unfortunate we're on the draw here. Really do not like it when they get to untap with Priest. That's typically a really bad thing. If they have a lead Stampede, like it sucks, but so be it. But yeah. So we do have turn 3 Tron. If I draw like a prism or an ornament out the top, I have to have a turn 3 motive here, so that's very nice. But I do think, it's, oh shoot, ugh, not a fan of that. So, they're not doing anything here, which is interesting. Alright, I'm gonna play this, that's really... Now, the question is, what do I kill? I think, well, okay, I'm gonna do something now because I wanna remove something. I don't think Recent Titania is a problem right now. I think the problem is Virtual Rangers, and I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. This gives them access to things like Distant Melody, it gives them access to Hydroblast, Prohibit, his random problematic cards that I don't really want to have to deal with. I also did it on my turn because of mine. Sorry, that was another thing I was considering, but I didn't voice it. Yeah. Oh, so they're on Winding Way. Yep, so this is why I went for that card. So that's on, that's on. Wow, that was like the worst Winding Way for them? Holy moly. That was really bad. But yeah, that's why I went for that card. Because if you can shut off like harsh sustenance, like they can't do anything. They have no game at that point. So that's why I like to heal this card. This card is secretly one of the best cards in Elves, because it gives them outs to like random stuff like that. But if you can just keep this off the table, these will rot in your hand. Double Relic, though, is just kind of obscene. Okay, so I'm going to... No, actually, I'm sorry. That's not the right way to go about it. No. I don't want to get destroyed by lethal sabotage. So, I guess this is the right way to go about it. It is kind of weird. Alright, so, I'm gonna eat a mine, then we'll play a power plant, then I'll play a prism. Moldifer, great. I guess I'll like this is something I draw ephemerate. So I have shuffled with crop. It's pretty good for me. Ooh, so I can do this as well. I can go crop away a tower for a tower. So now I get to Dark Ritual, kind of. Play another prism and draw a cast down. And that's why I like crop rotation. That hurts really funny. Alright, let's see what they draw here. Alright, not hard to hear about, and they're not even able to attack. So I think the next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast down the Virtual Rangers. Alright, what? You're just going to attack. Yeah, see, they're holding this back, because they know it's valuable. I'm going to block the Priest, 100%. I want to keep them off mana. And I'm going to just start healing the board at this point, and that should be the game. So, now I'm going to cast down you. Once again, I just want to keep them off harsh sustenance. I don't know how many they play. Actually, once again, I'm gonna relate this is to hold up ephemerate. Okay, well, I'm liking my spot. Because now they're not really able to attack profitably, so yeah. They're gonna attack with the Vanguard now, but I will make that trade. I will 100% make that trade. I'm gonna block this one and this one, and then here's left with Ranger and some silly mana dwarfs so I don't do anything, and then I can play a Stonehorn, and they're basically lost at that point. They're gonna bring me down to 5, but I should have them dead in a couple of turns. There actually might be an argument to kill Quarian over Priest, but I still think Priest is more concerning. Now we have all 4 Prisms. That felt great. Alright, let's Impulse for a Tron land. Or another Mnemonic Wall, that's fine with me. I guess I'll Impulse again. With no harm. Or, Mystical Teachings is good. And I'm going with Teachings 100%. Yeah, I wanted to hit a Tron land there, but I think Teachings was probably correct. So, right, this is a lead, I think. Nope, this is Timberwatch. Well, I can heal that, so we're not really stressing right now. They're gonna tap with this now, but I still think I'm going to, I'm gonna double block it, no doubt. Or maybe I don't actually. Yeah, no, I probably don't double block that. I don't know if I care enough about it. Alright, so we can go Ornaments. Probably just Ornament into, I don't know, not hitting a couple land drops has been somewhat detrimental. Yeah. I guess Ornament is the land drop, And you can see just how stupid it is that we get Bonder's Ornament. Like, I was very lucky to draw all my prisms. Like, it was absurd, right? But at the same time, I have, like, Bonder's Ornament, which not only is it a prism, but, alright, let's see what they hit. Hard I don't care about, hard I don't care, wow, that was just terrible. All their Winding Waves have been really bad. I think that's just bad luck, but that's part of the hard. Sometimes it is just, it goes against you in every which way, which is unfortunate. But it is part of the hard. At this point, I'm just going to heal them. I don't have to get fancy. I was trying to get fancy with, like, healing them more slowly with Cast Down, but I have moments for use. I'm not really under any pressure. Because I heal the Merciful Ranger, like, quite frankly, I just don't really care what they're doing at this moment in time. Like, it's just not gonna matter. I think they see, like, they're down on board. I'm just gonna draw it hard now, because why not? But at 6. And they'll be dead in, like, a turn or two, so. Alright, we're gonna play this just to gain a little bit of life. Alright, we're gonna hit them, smack them in the face real good. Then upkeep, I don't know, moment's peace, I guess. I guess I should have hardcast the one from hand. I don't know. That way I can have teachings up or something weird. But, I'm not really stressing. This is a lead the Stampede, right? Oh no, it's a Lissalana. Alright. Problem with lead is, like, it just draws more creatures. It can't draw them into, like, more hard draw spells, so, you know, it's not doing anything that I'm super worried about. Which is why I'm, like, kind of playing a little loosely here. But they don't have Merciful Rangers, which, once again, it gives them so many outs here. And that's why I heal that card, and why I tend to go after it, is because, they can just have random stuff that you just are not aware of, and if you heal Merciful, it will just sit in their hand, and they will feel really bad, not being able to cast their necessary spells, so, that's sort of the intended goal with that. Alright, another ornament, let's go. If only I had a lightning bolt, that would close out this game. Unfortunate. I'll have to do it next turn. I'm just going to flex and go like this. Boom, boom. I think the game is on. Now I'm just gonna pass. Yep. So And you can see the power of having fast Tron into lots of ornaments is very, very good, and lots of prisms and all that. Like, this art has been such a good addition because not every game you're gonna have like early prisms. Sometimes it's gonna be an ornament or two, but this art is just it's so good, so good. I don't know, man. Like, Sweet Crop has been fantastic. Just, I know when you need it, get fast Tron. It's so good to have this art. I'm loving it. Same with Impulse. Like, double Impulse is fine too, exactly what you need. Um. And then yeah, just the other one with molded boost, so yeah, that was nice. Man, is still sleeping. Alright, well that was match number 2. I'll see you in match 3. Alright, we are back for the third match. We are on the play, which is awesome. This hand is honestly not that bad. I would keep it. The reason why I'm keeping it is because it has an ornament, which in certain matchups is very good. It has Impulse to help us find Tron, which is nice. And it has Prohibit to stop any potential early play. So the question here is, what is our turn 1 play? I think it's a decision between Island or the Super Ball. I'm gonna go with Island. It helps bluff a little bit when I'm on. Oh, that's nice. Okay, Swamp. That's good news for us. Alright, I'm gonna play a tower and pass. Like, the G is up. But I wanna hold it Prohibit now, and also I wanna have Impulse. So, I think that's important. I'm gonna Impulse, hoping to find an untapped land. Well, we found Tron land, so we're gonna get Tron pretty quickly. I'm gonna take a Power Plant, because for some reason I have a tougher time finding that. I don't know why. It's probably just a coincidence, but sometimes I struggle to find Power Plant when I have Tower in mind. But not always true the other way around. Oof. Probably just what's the term? Recency bias? I don't know. But we do have Moment Speed for crop rotation, so we can get crowd pretty quickly. It probably wouldn't play Shimmering Rats. Ooh, Shooting Sands. Alright, that's hot. So they're mounted like land destruction, it seems, which, not really an archetype that I have a lot of respect for. We'll see if it's good enough, right? We'll see if it can beat us, but, not really a fan of that archetype. I don't think it's very good. Because the problem is you lose to a lot of linear nets, and you can still lose to Tron, which I think is kind of hilarious. I'm gonna play the Shoot now to prevent an early Angler, which is not something I really want to deal with right now. And then I'm going to hold an Impulse, because if I kill something, I can Impulse for crop rotation, and just laugh at them. Ooh, there's a tower. I really like tower. Alright. Because the thing is, once you get Tron online, it's a tough time for the opponent. For him, it was a fantastic draw, because it means their next land destruction spell is gonna get stopped. And then I can maybe, like, try and find what I need. Not to mention, if they have a turn off, it's gonna be really bad for them. Alright, so... Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to ask teachings. Didn't mean to ask teachings. Whatever, I'll just in a Prohibit, or a Pulse Marassa. It's not that big of a deal. Ooh, that's a very good draw. Holy moly, that was a good draw. I'm starting to play Thornwood Falls here. Because I want to just get my Satlands out now, while it's not too much of a Barrens, but I meant to Prohibit there. Yeah, kind of getting punished here a little bit, but I do have an active, ornament, so I'm not really stressing right now. Not to mention I can, yeah, see that's not resolving, which is all nice. Sorry, not gonna happen. And now, like, they're screwed. Like, this is the thing about land destruction, is like, crop rotation, heck yeah. Crop rotation is awesome here. Silent Blood, yeah, bad news for them. So now they're, like, starting to run out of action, and that's sort of how land destruction has been, it's just like, it needs to continuously have a stream of card draw, and the only way I've seen it win is when it goes like, quick land destruction spell into like Dark Ritual Thorn, or something like that. But if it doesn't have that, then they're kind of screwed. Alright, so now I'm going to, do I want to Hast Drop? I don't know if I do, actually. But maybe I do. We'll see. I'm gonna draw a card here real quick. Yeah, I don't think I do yet. Moldifer. Now I'm incentivized. Now you've given me the incentive. Quit Moldifer. Alright, yeah, now I'm very incentivized. Wow, that was so good. Like, I don't know how they went from here now, because now I'm gonna have the Mnemonic Pulse going, like, they need to find another Machine Ball, like, I don't know how they win. Not to mention I have Stonehorn online right now, and if they kill my Moldifer and Pulse at that, like, oh man, it's gonna be disgusting. And now I'm drawing multiple cards with Ornament every turn, like, I don't know, it's not looking good for them. The Foul, you say. Alright, I'll just flow 3 mana. Then I will Pulse that my tower. You. There we go. And yeah, not looking good for the home team. I guess, I don't know who the home team is. Opponent? I don't know. Not looking good for them, is all I'm saying. And now I have infinite blockers with Mnemonic Wall too, which is just kinda hilarious. Not to mention if I draw a Flicker, like, they're in really bad shape. So now you can see, like, this is the problem with land destruction, it's like they need to close out the game, or find more land destruction, before I can do my thing. We found another Mnemonic Wall, we found an Ephemerate, which is awesome. Kinda like Ephemerate the most here. I wish I could take all of them, but kind of like Ephemerate the most, if I'm being honest here. Actually, I think I like this because... no. I had it right before. I'm gonna get that. Pulse. Yeah. I'm gonna get that Pulse. I was considering Prohibit, but I think Pulse was correct. Close call though. It's a very close call. I still think getting that Pulse is better because if they start blowing up my lands, it's like this is when you like Raptation and you're just like, haha, nice land destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just disgusting. Okay, so now they have to do it again. Alright, fine. Get that tower, please. Thank you. Like, you can see here, like, their land is not doing anything anymore, which is funny to me. Alright, got another ornament. Get that 8 pulse. Keep this loop going. And then to prevent them from stranding my, Ephemerate, I'm going to play on another creature. So, this way they have to kill both of them to get rid of my Ephemerate. Sure. What does this do? Yeah, that's not good against me. That's really not. That's actually really bad against me because if you put... Well, first off, I can kill this, right? I can kill that card with, yeah, that actually does nothing here. That has no text in this spot. Yeah, that is a really bad card, actually, in the current situation. Yeah, it has no text. File. Alright, fine, it doesn't matter. I'll just do it again. I'll try and set it up a second time. Or maybe I don't. My fear is... Huh. Hmm. If they have another Defile, it's really bad for me, right? Like, really bad. But at the same time, I still think it's... Like, there's no harm in just getting that my Mnemonic won't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can just get that my Pulse. Yeah, if I draw a Flicker, or a Teachings... Okay, they didn't activate... Alright, so it has Summoning Sickness. Alright. Alright, what are you gonna put away here? We'll see. The problem is, like, I can just draw through this. So you may put it in my graveyard. So the top card's bad then, right? I have to assume. That card that's not very good for me. They're an attack, I'm not gonna do anything, I'll just take the damage. Not really something I'm stressing out about right now. But you can see how stopping their Thorn was, like, so important. It's like, now they just are out of everything. Like, once again, they need to have Monarch. If they don't have Monarch early, they just lose. And then sometimes they do have the Monarch, and it's still not enough, so I just wait. Alright, if you insist. Or maybe... Huh. No, I do have to get that bat, unfortunately. It just sucks. Yeah. I'm not really gonna do anything right now. I'll just let them infiltrate me, I guess. Alright. So they're gonna let me keep it, so I assume it's bad. Alright, let us draw it hard. And then I will draw another card. Drop. Do I have another tower? I need to make sure I have enough. I have one. Ooh, that is left. Bummer. Bummer. Alright, well, I'm gonna hold on to crop, just because it does let me, now I'm just in a moment's peace. Not too. But, like, they have no plot, is the problem. So, yeah, doesn't really affect me. Pass it down, whatever. Prism, I did it. I did that draw. Impulse. I would, probably green for now. And I'll just pass, I think. Not actually a tough call. But they're in top net mode right now, so... Oh, they're targeting themselves. Okay. Huh, that makes a lot more sense. I think I might have misread what they were doing previously. I thought they were targeting me, but now I can see, like, oh, they're targeting themselves. So that makes a lot more sense, actually. I'm not going to blot here, because I'm at 28. I'm at such a high life total. I'm just going to draw another card here. Once again, I think it's important to use your mana as sort of efficiently as possible in a matchup like this, and then take it from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play a motive for now. Flicker, very good draw, very good draw. Now name white. And now I have Flicker going too, so if they're trying to destroy something, I can just laugh at them. But yeah, I'm okay with that. Bring them down. And now they're in a bad spot, because I'm gonna have to start bashing for 3. So... yeah, they're targeting themselves again, because they have nothing. They draw, looks like they kept it, so it has to be something good here, right? No, okay. Well, that was land destruction for you. What was I gonna draw? Yeah, I was gonna probably Flicker, Bullnipper, and Stonehorn. And then draw a Mnemonic Wall, or Mnemonic Wall, get that, I don't know, maybe, get that the other Mnemonic Wall. Yeah, probably do that, and then play the other Mnemonic Wall, get that Pulse, and just slowly assemble Tron. Like, I don't need it right now, I have enough mana anyway, so, yeah. Alright, well, how do I want it board in the matchup? That is sort of the question. Well, I like Cast Down. I think Cast Down has some application. I think Moment Piece is pretty bad, actually. Pyroblast has no taps. Early Shaman doesn't have any taps. Huh. Do I board in Faintman Marauder? Like, just the sauce on them and just... I don't know. Is that wrong? That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. Well, like, Rolling Thunder's not gonna be that good. I mean, maybe it is, but... Killing it. Do I board in Early Shaman? Like, try and steal the Monarch? Like, what creatures do they play? They play like what? Fort Earmont Angler, Thorn, and the 1-2. Is that it? I mean, they weren't doing a lot of damage to themselves. Maybe I just go like this. I don't know. It's a tough call, but I want to try it out and see. Alright, I'm eating this because it has granite and crop and some stuff, so... And a flicker. Like, it has a lot of more anti-land destruction stuff going on, so... If they have a turn one, full land or whatever, heat ball, I think it is, we're in bad shape, but, okay, that didn't interest me, so I assume they're taking this. We'll see though. I'd take the prism, for what it's worth. Like, I was talking to my opponent and just like, take the prism. Yeah. They figured it out. I'm not gonna play this because I want to hide information. I'm gonna play the island now. Because I want an impulse. Also, like in this tap, not really a sign of blood or something, I'm just gonna spell it. Alright, this was really bad for them. This is one of the punishment you get for playing cards like Meatball. Is that it does hurt you. Alright, so I think I'll take Power Plant here, because it gets me closer to Tron. And now I have Ocean Flicker up. Fight and Flicker, and then prohibit the next play. And they have a turn 4 Thorn, turn 4 Thorn here, it's really bad for me. And that's the one play I can't stop right now, but they need to have it right now. Tower. I don't care, I just don't care, like, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just let them destroy my towers, like, and that's all they're doing, then fine, whatever. Yep, whatever, it's fine. They need to have a follow-up here. Oh, is this an angler? Yeah, alright, there you go. That's what you need. Alright, well, now I'm going to play a mine. S, and now they need to have thorn. If they don't have a thorn, I'm fine. I'm in business. So. This one, this one. Alright, nice. Nice hit card. Alright, teaching is a very good draw. We still are under the gun though, but it's not a bad draw. How many land destruction have they? 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. I'm gonna just not let that happen. We have 3 turns before you have to start worrying about anything. It would have bought me. Kinda sucks, but not too much. I do just need an artifact here. And that is not an artifact. For what it's worth, they should be going after my island. Like, I don't know why they're not going after that. I don't get this. Alright, I'm gonna get an impulse here. See, finally, I'm just like, I don't know why they weren't going after it sooner. It just boggles my mind. Like, now they can punish me. Now I'm just dead. But, I don't know, man. I'm just genuinely surprised by that. If I had my Prism, the aim would have been very favorable. I could appeal that. But the rest of my Prism was actually pretty good. But, yeah. I never knew another mana rot. I think if I hit one, I could have easily won that game. You know, run it back. I like that hand, so I'll run it back. Yep. Yep, I'm even. I'm gonna name green with this. Let's see if they're mulliganing or they're eating. They're thinking. Roll to 6. If I get an ornament in play, I think it's very favorable for me. If I don't, hit me a sparkle. Alright, not exactly what I want to see. Play a power plant and pass. If they destroy, my Thriving Isle, I am going to crop it away for a tower and just get Tron. Dark Ritual. Sure. And they have a Thorn here, I'm not happy. That's the draw. Okay, well. Crop that away. Mess up the tower. For games. Play you, pass the turn. Yep. They need to have a Thorn here, that's the only thing that can really pressure me. Otherwise, the Ornament will just draw me out of it. My hand is all lands anyway, so. Alright, well. Not hard. Yep. Fine with me. Ram it. Oh my god, that's such a good draw. Holy moly, that's such a good draw. Yeah, and they have a Thorn here, they're just gonna get blown out. Oh my god. Wow, that was like the best draw I could have ever had. Holy moly. Yeah, now they're just screwed. They have nothing. They have nothing going on. I should just slam a Drifter. Jesus, that was such a meeting. Oh my god. It also shows how good crap rotation was. Just let me slam Tron through lane destruction. It's not to say we won or anything, but like they have nothing going on right now. They need to have like an Angler, and they don't even have that. I'm gonna just run out another Ornament. It makes me more resistant to lane destruction at this point, so yeah. That's why I really like Ornament and Tron. Like land destruction does nothing, and now they have nothing going on. Their hand is basically all air, and it's like, hey, you have what do I want? Jesus, I want everything. He's just probably the best, right? Like, yeah, he's just probably the best fit. Like, not close. It's Pulse. Like, Mnemonic Wall's but Mnemonic Wall is not, like, teaching you, like, everything you need. It's you Pulse, it's you Flicker, it's you Ephemerate, like, yeah, it's busted. Absolutely busted. Floating Sands. Yeah, nice hate card. Yep, and the game's over. Well, that is why land destruction is not really as fun. People always think it's good. They're like, oh my god, we need to have land destruction. We need to have Sinkhole in the format. They had turn 2 land destruction. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. They still lost. Because they needed to have the Thorn, and I stopped the Thorn, and then the game was over. I got very lucky, you know? Like, the fact that that even happened, right? Like, here's my whole thing, right? If land destruction is good against Tron, and Tron can still beat land destruction, why are you playing land destruction? Like, this was supposed to be your best matchup, and you lost. Like, they still had turn 3 Tron. Through land destruction. Which I think is hilarious. And once again, better than map. Better than Expedition map, by far. What's I gonna draw? Rolling Thunder. Oh, another Moldifer. Yeah, that game was over. The next turn I draw another Mnemonic Wall. I hard cast Moldifer. I draw mine, and then I hit crop rotation. Like, jeez. That was gonna be disgusting. Yeah, no, they were dead. So I was gonna have Tron and have Prohibit that up, and yeah, that's hilarious. I had turn 3 Tron through land destruction, and then I was going to have turn, 7 or 8 Tron, after the fact. Like, once again, this is the issue with land destruction. Like, yes, you're healing my lands, but you are not pressuring me in any way. The only way I've ever lost to land destruction is when either A, I just never draw any lands, and I'm flooding like crazy, or not flooding, I'm getting mana screwed like crazy, which can happen, or they have a very early Thorn of the Black Rose, followed up by an endless stream of land destruction. But even then, they also need to have an Irmite Angler, because if they don't have any pressure, you can rely on it. So that's what they need. They need a mix of that. And you saw the last game, game 2, and just had an artifact in play, and it passed down their Angler, and then they had no clock. So, and they were screwed. And the best part about this game, game 3, is if I also untap and then let me keep playing, I would have gotten to, mine, crop rotation in the Tron, prohibit what they do, and then the following turn, play the Monet Wall, get that Flicker. Now they have no land destruction. It's offline at that point. And then I can, teachings for Ephemerate, the Monet Wall, get that, another prohibit, so now I have infinite counter spells, so I have an Ephemerate loop going, and then I can Ephemerate, get that teachings for Pulse Marasa, start eating at my lands, like, yeah, and then I can also, like, teachings for cast down at some point, and just start healing their creatures, like, they were not gonna win. And once again, that's the problem with land destruction, is, like, your entire game plan kind of hinges on these very specific openers. And if you just have openers where it's only land destruction, you won't get punished. Not to mention your opponent has some creatures in play and they're just attacking you, like, you're in bad shape as well. So, like, I have 5-0 land destruction on occasion, but I hit only good matchups. I hit, like, tons of bounce land nets. Like, the funny part is, land destruction is better against bounce lands than it is against front lands. Because bounce lands cost you a really big tempo drawback, so, yeah, here's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we're back for the 4th match. You're on the play, awesome. Let's look at our hand. So this is a hand that I am not a fan of. It doesn't do anything. It has a late prohibit, but past that it is not doing anything. This is a hand I am a fan of, and I'm going to bottom to shoot him up because I don't think I need it this early. I'm going to play Thornwood Falls because I don't know what color I want to name with Thriving Isle. That could change depending on what I'm dealing with, so... Oh god. Is this a mirror? The mirror is really annoying. I'll be honest, I don't really prepare for the Tron mirror because it's dice rolling, and even if you do have hate cards for the mirror, you can still lose. They're naming red. So this could be this guy. Could be this guy. Yeah, it could be just that ornament. It could be like the 4 color ephemerate nets. Nope, it's the mirror. God damn it. The mirror is torture. The Tron mirror is literal torture because nothing you do really matters. Like, as long as you know, like, the basic lines of play, you can just jam them and hope that they work. That's really it. That's the mirror. So. Oh, they're on preordained. Okay, I'm not a fan of the preordained version. I think, like, there are some versions that have preordained and don't have use of rotation, and I'm not a fan of that. It's like, yeah, you can draw Tron and get lucky, but at the same time, you can also just never find Tron, and I like having crop rotation to find Tron more consistently. So that's just what I value. Alright, I'm gonna play a Thornwood Falls here. Pass. Well, if they have Tron into like Normal Horror, I'll just skip. Not worth my time. Like, their draw is clearly better here anyway, so... You know, they have turn 2 Tron, or I guess turn 4 Tron, and I don't, so... Yeah. Okay, they have it in normal. Alright, good games. And so this is why it doesn't matter if you have like the normal horror for the mirror or not. Like, yeah, I was gonna get Tron on turn 5, but they had it before me and they had a horror. Like, it's a waste of my time to play that out. I know some people might be like, oh, you might not be dead. Like, they might have a handful of fogs, but it's just like it's not worth my time. It's really not. It's one of those things where you have to know when to value your time in leads, and the Tron mirror is not one of them. If one player draws better in the beginning, they are typically going to win the matchup from experience, and I don't really like to question that. Like, yes, it's not always the case, right? Sometimes they're ahead, and then they just draw really badly, but why bother wasting your time? Right, that's one of my counter-argument is it really worth the time? Do they have Crusher? Maybe, so I'll just one in down for Crusher. Yeah, I'm going to 61, but whatever. I just want to have an answer to an opposing Crusher. Yep, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. It's close to turn 3 Tron, so... You found land Prism, might be able to impulse into the tower, you never know. But the Tron mirror is just about who can get Tron faster and then capitalize on it, so... not something that I find particularly enjoyable. It's just very mind-numbing. Red. Alright, I'm gonna impulse main phase here. I don't want them to Fire Blast it. Power, perfect. That's why I play impulse, by the way. Lets you see a lot of cards. Yep. I knew I was very good in this game. Let's see if they can keep up. Darn, ornament. I was hoping they'd have a mold first so I can hit it. Preordain. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Like, I could Fire Blast it, but I'm man. Alright, let's just hold it for here. Into land. Prism. Pass the turn. I'm gonna just hold up a Flicker. Guess I let Internet or something stupid. But, yeah. About it. Another Preordain, so they're still looking for Tron. This is why I like Impulse, because you see more cards. Yeah, now they don't have Tron, so. Yeah, ornaments, whatever. Genuinely just don't care about it in this particular position. And, yeah, I'm chilling. For him, it was a fantastic draw. Very happy to see it. Gonna start bashing. I'm gonna play a ornament. And I think I bait with impulsive. I would rather they counterspell this. Alright, they didn't. I'll just earn the Thornwood Falls. Turn. I want to hold up double counterspell if possible. It just makes it harder on them. Yeah, the mirror is just about finding a monet wall first, really, I found. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna counterspell the artifact. It's not worth it. Like, you can see, like, I'm not favored to win by any means, but I would argue I'm very advantaged in this particular spot. I'm gonna just throw a Flicker out right now. I want to kind of start a fight on their turn. So if I lose, then I can just untap and Ripper, and I'm fine. And if I win it, or nothing happens, then hey, I get to draw 3 cards. So, a win-win no matter what, really. Another Pirate Blast, you say? Alright, well, let's impulse. See what I can find. Teachings or the Monet Wall. I think Teachings was better, but it's very close. You can make the argument that the Monet Wall's better, but I think Teachings just getting Hydroblast and just getting answers to potential baloney is really nice. I'm gonna start with a motive for here. And yeah, we'll just slowly get what we have to do. Like you can see, the fact that I've had Tron this entire time has just made me accelerate way harder than my opponent. I'm gonna hard cast the motive for an 8 counterspell and I'm just gonna let it through. I don't really care if they counterspell it at this point. Alright, I'm gonna discard a Thornwood and a Thriving. So, all the, yeah, okay, they're done. See, like, you can see, like, nothing mattered, right? Nothing, I got Tron, they didn't get Tron, I won. Right, like, they were too far behind. I think if I showed them a teaching, they would have skipped immediately. It's like, I don't know. Once you have, like, 4 counterspells and you just start going through your entire library when they don't have Tron, yeah, it doesn't matter what they're doing. And that's why, in my opinion, I just prioritize finding Tron, and that's why I play Crop. Because I feel like if you can just get Tron consistently and have, like, all these mana routes to give you colors, it doesn't really matter what else you're doing. You have Tron, you have a million mana, like, you can capitalize it some way. I'm gonna have to mulligan. This hand's not playable. This hand's also really bad in the mirror. It doesn't do anything, so I am inclined to mulligan. Are they mulliganing as well? Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan to 6 as well. This is rough, but I'll keep it. I'm gonna bottom teachings and an impulse. Yeah. We got unlucky. We didn't win the dice roll. Who cares? Like, that's the Tron mirror anyways. Who gives a damn? I'm gonna just run this out because if I don't Prism, I want to play it on turn 2 and not screw myself, so. Alright, they're gonna preordain. Tower. Alright, well, we're slowly getting Tron. In fact, we're gonna have Tron on turn 3, so. Yeah, so that's any. That means anything. I don't know. I'm an ornament. Alright. The question is, do I just am Tron right now? Do I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward. You know what? I'm not a coward. Tell me this spell. Nope, they don't have it. See? I'm not a coward. Now I turn 3 Tron. That's why I play crop. So I can get Tron while they struggle. So, it sucks that they have a, Bonders ornament, but, so be it. I'm gonna impulse on their end step just to bait them. Or maybe I do it on my main phase. No, I'm gonna main phase it. You know, I absolutely main phase it. They're gonna probably counterspell that more if I main phase it into Open Red mana. Really? Alright, well, I'm getting a Fire Blast. Thank you very much. That was fast. I'm not gonna activate my ornaments, so that only helps my opponent. I don't know what they have. I genuinely am kind of lost here at what they might have. I kind of hope they tap out Related Drifter, and then I can just Pyroblast, and then untap, Impulsive, and Demonic Wall, and just like that'd be awesome. This one. Wow, they have nothing. Alright, land, that one, like, yo. And the thing is, like, I'm multi-5, but my 5 was closer to 5 than theirs were, so they have a bad hand. Yeah, now they're the one activating an ornament, they're in a bad spot. You do not want to be activating an ornament first and on mirror. It is very often incorrect to be doing that. Very often incorrect. I do want to find more artifacts, but Ancient Rod? Oh man, that's gonna be so good for me. I'm gonna do that on their end step when they activate. Oh man, that's gonna just hose them. That's gonna hose them. I'm gonna draw it hard and they're not. Alright, thank you. They can't even stop this, as I am flashback. Yeah, like, that's just awesome. Holy moly, that was so good for me. Wow. Yeah, they're screwed now. Like, they are genuinely, if they don't do anything, yeah, they are screwed. Holy moly, I can't believe I won that. Well, I can't believe it, because I got Tron first. Like, you see how the Tron mirror is dice rolling, right? Like, I got Tron, they're not playing Tron rotation, so they're less likely to get Tron. But, like, yeah, that Ancient Run was such a map beat, like, oh my god, it was such a map breaker, like, it was such a beating for them, because I have to destroy their ornament, then I went on their end, start draw card. Like, what was I drawing? Let's just see what I was drawing. Prism, mess draw in the net, then I hit a Diamond Land, just slam it immediately. Yeah, no, they were certainly dead. Besides, now I have Triple Counterspell, I have Mnemonic Wall, I have Flicker. I'm gonna find the other Mnemonic Wall, I'll have Infinite Counterspells at that point. I'm gonna just start looping Impulses. Yeah, no, and then I would found she they even had a Crusher. I just cast down that card. So yeah, no, they had no outs. Wow. That is why you play Rotation. So you get a fast Tron. Because Tron is all that matters, and that's why I play Rotation. Also, the Tron mirror is dice rolling. Right? That's not to say it works every time, but it's good enough for me that I just go with it and accept it. But still, the Tron mirror is basically dice rolling. That was such a blowout though. Like, holy moly. Like, they just gave me a free card. I think that was just so demoralizing for them. It was like, okay, I'm done here. Like, no, so next turn, oh my god, that was disgusting. So next turn I would have gotten to play this, draw a card. Oh man. Ugh. Wow. Wow. And that was just, oh my god. That was just disgusting. But yeah, Tron Mirror, if you get Tron first, you typically win. I don't really care about the normal horror all that much, because if you don't have Tron, it doesn't. And I out Tron, so I have Route Rotation. And I don't know if they're playing Route Rotation. Typically, the builds that I've seen with Reodane are not playing Route Rotation, and I think that's a mistake. I think Route Rotation is a million times better than Reodane, because half the time, with Reodane, you're looking for Tron lanes. Route Rotation is infancy. So. Yeah, I have a little bit more air, but I would argue that's better because I just want to find what matters. There's so little that matters in the mirror. I just want to get through the baloney and just get to what matters. Yeah, I don't know. Match 5, here we come. See you then. Alright, we're here for the 5th and final match. Unfortunately, we are on the draw this time. Not always ideal. It's a good match. I really don't care if I win or lose. We're gonna go 4-1 at the very least, which is a fine record. The problem with this hand is, like, in certain matchups it's underarmy, and others it's, like, very good. So I'm gonna dice roll. If we are against an aggressive matchup, this hand is fantastic. It has smallets, hard selection for Tron. Oh, here's the mirror. Okay. I hate the Tron mirror. Like, really? Well, and this becomes more prevalent. I might just be off Pauper. I'm not even kidding. Like, the Tron mirror is just so unfun. Yeah, okay, it's the Tron mirror. Why? What to me is what other ephemerate? It could be that too. Okay, it's not the Tron mirror. Thank God. What other ephemerate is somewhat tricky, I'll be honest. It's not a matchup that I think is necessarily easy. But it is something you have to keep in mind. I'm gonna name white here. The reason why I'm doing that is I want to have the option to impulsive if necessary. I have a lot of armage in hand, so yeah. Alright, I honestly don't know what this is. Oh, it's the Temporal Spring List. Alright, fine. Yeah, that is, like, pretty good. I know Merman was playing it. Yeah, that's what they're on, I think. I'm not 100%. I'm gonna get some multiple ephemerate next turn, so that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna go, 2 cards, this one, and this one. Quite frankly, I couldn't keep the moment piece, but I'm gonna have to discard anyways, like, I'm gonna just want to, you might click on land, and I'll be like, alright, only unset, you have to discard a card anyways, so, yeah, I'm not really stressing. Alright, so they could have counterspell up. I'm gonna bait them here. I want to see if they have counterspell. Yeah, here it is. Yep, that is play it, but, exile it. Yep, hold on. Now they have an here answer or something, it's not gonna be very good in this particular spot. The reason why I do that is because I value any multiple ephemerate much more than I value, an ornament. Ornament doesn't matter. Alright, cool. It could have a dispel, but, I'm gonna make him have it. Or maybe I don't have to, I can just have the multiple, right? That's probably better. Yeah, there's no real need to risk losing multiple. I can just eat it. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad it's at least not the mirror. We can still probably lose though, like, my hand's turning out to be pretty garbage. It wasn't gamble though, like, I knew that going in, so it's sort of whatever. Alright, let's see if they have an ephemerate or not. I kinda hope they do. Alright, I'm gonna just impulse on my main phase here, just looking for anything. Prohibit. Alright, I kinda get that. That's not too bad. Alright, so... Ah. I think I just counterspell that. It's gonna draw him so many cards. Like, I don't think 1 mana draw 4 is really what I'm wanna play against. Like, it could be a mistake. You could tell me, like, no, just let it go through, but I don't know. I don't really want it to. I'm not gonna blot here. There's no incentive to. Alright, let us bait them here a little bit. Alright. Gonna impulse, or bait, or tower, 100%. I just want to get closer to Tron. And then I will pass. I'm not gonna do anything here. It doesn't really matter. Alright, I don't know what their hand is, but I'm not super worried. Alright, another impulse. Great draw. It's just closer to Tron, so. And a mnemonic wall. I don't like mnemonic wall, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna just ham this here. If they counterspell it, I can slam wall to get it back. Yeah, I thought they'd have something, so I kinda just want to grind them out, and anything they might have, and just get my engine online, so now they have to have another counterspell, which they don't have. So now I can get that ephemerate, and now my engine's online before theirs is, which is very good. And now I'm just They could have an ephemerate, but I'm willing to make that trade. Okay, no ephemerate. Okay, that's looking good. It looks like they really needed that ephemerate to resolve. So now what I'm going to do is, if they don't have anything here, they should attack with everything, by the way. I don't know why they're not attacking with everything. There's no reason not to. Okay, they're done. Alright, wow. So they really needed that ephemerate to go off. But, let's see what I would have drawn. Oh, okay, Flicker would have been very good. Wow, mine was like a couple draws away. So, what likely would have happened is I draw Flicker, and then I, ephemerate my, mnemonic wall, probably get prohibit. Like, I think that's the safest play. And then, if they let that happen, then I can on their end start flickering my stuff, and then with prohibit back up, and then I'll find the tower, or the mine, I mean, and the aim summer. So, yeah, very, very good, very good. I don't know if I played that perfectly or not, but I don't know. I knew what I had to do. Alright, so we're gonna board out Pirate Blast, those are all very good. We're gonna board out our Moments pieces, those are all pretty trash. Horn, not really crucial in the matchup. Is that it? Is that all I have for the matchup? Just Fire Blast and that's it? Rolling Thunder's not bad, but I do need 2 more cards. I don't think they have Graveyard Hate. Is like Weather the Storm okay? It does make it harder for them to kill me. But I don't know, it's Ask Down. Ask Down can't heal like an Archaeomancer, which is nice, so I don't know. I think pointing out a lot of the army is fine. This hand is enough for me to want to keep it. Alright, I'll keep it. Not the best, but it has Pirate Blast, it has some artifacts to get going, it has some counter spells, like, it has everything you want in a early Tron setup. Like, it doesn't have any Tron lands though, but like, you can find those eventually. But it is a very slow hand. But I am only, like, a couple Tron lands away from any Tron at this point, so not really stressing. Not to mention if I draw another conversation, getting even closer. So, yeah, we have a lot of decent draws here. But yeah, I like having Pirate Blast up. I still think having Ornament as a turn 3 play is much more important. Rainstorm. I don't know. That might have been worth Pirate Blasting, honestly. I should not have F6 there. Rainstorm's like a very good card. It filters out a lot of damage, but. Warrant Hole. I'm actually not gonna let that happen. The reason why is I don't want them to have any ephemerate targets. Thinking you can shut up ephemerate, it's pretty good for you in the long run. So I don't want to put an Oracle and then untap Ephemerate and start going off. I want to make it hard for them to use their Ephemerates. And right now, like, their mana's very awkward, so if I can just bottleneck them, it's probably better for me. Wow, really? What do they have? Modifer? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. So now I'm just going for it. There's no reason not to. Because if they have a counterspell, I can counter back, and now oh my god, they don't even have a counterspell. So bad for them. Why do they not cycle then? Why do they just play it? It's really bad. Oh, I have turn 4 Tron. Jesus. Limit, alright, fine. Wow, their hand must be really tough. I wonder if this is start drawing cards, like... I don't think I've won by any means, but I'm in very good shape. I'm gonna draw a card here, and I'm gonna impulse on the instant, like, no question asked. I think online seems to be lagging a little bit, let's hope it doesn't. That's too bad, I'm gonna take a Pirate Blast here, I don't need another Prohibit. Pirate Blast, unstoppable if Prohibit cannot. And when you look at that, speaking of the devil himself. Alright, hardcast you. Listen, exclude. Why? Okay. But why? Okay, they're done. Alright, yay! Tron. Yeah, that's Tron for you. Tron's really stupid. Whee! Yeah, that's why Tron should be banned. Like, you saw how consistently I got turn 3 and turn 4 and turn 5 Tron. Like, it was kind of obnoxious. And I hit some really sketch hands when I just got Tron anyways. Partially due to how good crop rotation is. Like, imagine if that crop rotation was an expedition map. Yeah, would have been a lot slower. Would have been a lot slower, but what do we do? We got Tron. Let's close this window. Let us see the leaderboard. We are number 1. We lead by a trophy. I mean, we already were number 1, but, you know, if we're number 1 a little bit longer. Well, to be fair, it's hard to get a trophy. We would have wanted to get the trophy after him, because now if we're both at 18, he's technically number 1, but, who cares? We're number 1 in our hearts, so that's all that matters. So yeah, that was the Tron League, and I'll see you all in the wrap-up. Alright, so we're back for the wrap-up. We, beat our, advanced opponent. Overall, we went, let's see, 10-2 in games. We lost to land destruction once, although to be fair, I think had we hit an artifact like Prism or Ornament, we could have passed down their Angler in turn 2 and still possibly could have won, so, you know, that's something to keep in mind. Well, we also lost to the Tron Mirror, which is dice rolling, who cares? But then we ended up winning the match anyways, so you win some, you lose some, I guess. But yeah, Tron is very dumb. The sort of final consensus that I would like to say about Tron is I think it should be removed from the format. I don't like this idea that we need to ban around Tron. Like, oh, start banning the flicker effect, start banning, you know, the only flicker effect I could even see remotely being justifiable is ephemerate. It enables slots way too easily. I could argue, like, if this card went, I would be okay with that. But I don't like this idea of, oh, ban this, and then ban Ghostly Flicker, and then we might have to ban this place. Like, why? You know, like, the Tron lands are still problematic. You can still build a very good Tron deck, without any Flicker stuff. You can just play Ornament and Prism and all the Tron lands, and just have a ton of mana, and just play a fair game. You know, like, you saw how so many of our games, it didn't even matter that we had fogs. Like, there were a number of matchups where the fogs basically did nothing. All that mattered was the fact that we were able to go Ornament into Prism, into, like, you know, with early Tron, and then just start slamming Moldippers and all that. Like, that's all that mattered. And I think that if you take away the Flicker effects, Tron can still do some very dumb things, because fast mana is inherently broken. I also hope that that league illustrated, like, why I play crop rotation. I know a lot of people are not a fan of that card, but it was so good, that league. It was good against land destruction. It got us early Tron when we needed it to. It hit all the boxes. Like, it checked off every box. So, yeah. Crop rotation is very, very good. It's very, very good. I highly recommend you play it. It's fantastic. Additionally, I'm really been liking Impulse. Really been liking Impulse as a card. I know some people don't like it. They say it's too clunky, or they prefer having the, you know, the ability to, you know, ornament insert for your name. But the fact that this sees 4 cards and its instant speed, to me, is just such a big deal. It helps you get Tron a lot more consistently. It helps you find what you need more consistently. It's great, and you can find it with Missile Teachings, which I like quite a bit. If you notice, we don't really have much card advantage to find with teachings. Like, we're not playing Forbidden Alchemy, we're not playing cards like Random Revelation or anything like that, but I just like being able to go teachings for Impulse, because you see so many cards. It's just insane. And you also saw, like, a lot of those games having Ninroma Horror just would not have mattered. Like, Ninroma Horror doesn't do anything. That's why I don't play that card. I just don't think it's necessary for the type of Tron games that I'm trying to play. I'm trying to lock people out, I'm trying to get Tron fast and quickly, lock them out, fault lock them, and then just fireball them. It's easy, it's quick, it's consistent, it's to the point, and it's a very good game plan that not a lot of people can deal with, because you have too many angles of attack. Once you lock them out of the game through combat, a lot of decks just cannot win at that point, like, they're done. And then, you know, you can just fireball them, which is like a very quick and easy win condition. You don't have to sit there with your normal horror, slowly bouncing your board over multiple turns, very cumbersome. It's just not necessary. And you saw, even in the Cloud Mirror, it doesn't matter if you have horrors sometimes. Like, you still can lose. Because you didn't draw well. Tron Mirror is still nice rolling. I'm not a fan of it, but like, imagine if I was the opponent and my opponent got Tron before me, and I was just like, well, okay, they win, and I don't have Tron now. Or like they had Tron while I didn't, and they had double active Bonder tournament. Like, yeah, you feel really bad. You don't think you're gonna win. So I respect why they would stoop there. It's just not worth the time. So, yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, Tron's the best bet in the format by quite a large margin. Pass Down has been a really nice addition. I expect Braid to be put in here at some point, although quite frankly, I don't really have a need for it right now, but I think once people realize how good Tron is and the metagame becomes a little bit more inbred, I can see it for tournament mirrors. But past that, I mean, Tron's really dumb. We should probably ban Tron. And I would like it if Tron got banned. I know I sound like a fighting broken record at this point, but yeah, no, Tron's really dumb. And Ornament and Transportation, Isle, Impulse, just, oh, so good. So good. So good. So yeah, that's about it. In terms of me and Pauper, I'm probably just either gonna take a break from Pauper, or if you do see me playing Pauper, just to play Tron and get easy money. Because I think Tron is just so above the rest of the field in terms of what's viable that it's wrong to not play Tron if you're trying to like win. That's just my opinion, right? You can disagree and that's fine. But from my experience and my results, like that's sort of the mindset that I've gotten. And Wizards just leaves the format in the state that it's in, and Tron continues to dominate. I don't really see why you would want to play this format. I think Tron is basically at Cloud Post levels now, where people said, oh, well, the thing about Cloud Post was that Cloud Post decks could play cards like Preordain, and they could play Counterspell. Well, Tron can do that too. Now, Tron is playing Preordain, and they aren't playing Counterspell. So I fail to see how they're any different. And then people say, oh, they could gain a lot of life with cards like Glimmer Void. And that would make it hard for them to be killed via aggregates. Okay, so how is that any different than Moment Piece and Stonehorn and Weather Storm? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically Cloud Post, but people don't really want to admit that it's Cloud Post. Like, I don't know. That's just sort of my opinion. But, yeah, I think I played that very well. I think that really just demonstrates the power of Tron and what it has to offer, and yeah, I don't know. That's really about it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I'll try and make other content in the future, but if Tron is still legal, it's just really hard to brew. And Tron is just so good, it's hard to beat it with really anything. Even if you like metagame for it, it's just difficult. So, I don't know. I think Tron will become more popular if more people realize it's more powerful than everything else. So, and if that's the case, it's not really a format I want to be a part of. So, but yeah, that's about it. Tron's very good. Please ban Tron, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.